Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2023 Texas High School Lacrosse League Championships. You are looking live at SP Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas, as Game On Sports Network brings you live exclusive coverage of today's Texas High School Lacrosse League Class A semifinal between Cypress United and the Bel Air Episcopal Knights. Alongside Jim Dixon, this is Brian Shackelford welcoming you to today's Class A semifinal here at Leslie Field. And Jim, following a journey that began 4 months ago with practices in freezing weather, 3 months of Texas High School Class A lacrosse, and 2 rounds of playoffs, the Final Four are here in Coppell and ready to battle for a spot in tomorrow's Class A championship game.
Yeah, I mean, this thing's shaking out. These guys have already matched up earlier in the season, and Episcopal of Houston is coming in with a senior-laden roster, and Cy United, unfortunately, is coming in on kind of restructuring, calling on a lot of freshmen to come forward and dealing with some injuries.
And ladies and gentlemen, we'll step aside for our national anthem.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
We've done both, new and pre-owned. It's the same experience. It's everything's the same. They make it too easy to even think about going anywhere else.
Discover our wide variety of pre-owned vehicles at Sewell.com today.
As we were talking about, Brian, these guys matched up back in February, and these early season matchups, you don't know what you're even dealing with. You got kids that you're trying to slot them in. You're trying to look and see what you got, but it doesn't matter how you got here. You got here, and we're all here in Dallas and Coppell, and we are ready to roll and get some playoff action going here in the Final Four. Bel Air's rolling out with a new face-off guy. He's a freshman, and we'll see how that shakes out here in today.
And Bel Air Episcopal in the home white jerseys with blue numbers and blue shorts. Cypress United in the all black. They have the yellow numbers and black shorts as Bel Air Episcopal wins the opening faceoff here at Leslie Field to begin action in this Class A state semifinal. And
again, the way it shakes out is you kind of get a clamp on it. You try and work what you can, and then you hope these wings come in and can convert for you, and that worked for the Knights on that possession.
Shot by number 3, Shaper, saved by Hunter.
And Bel Air unsuccessful on the opening possession. And now Cypress United with the ball. They'll go on offense there, moving right to left, shooting at the goal to your left as you watch here this morning on your tablet, smartphone, or computing device. And Bel Air Episcopal shooting to your right on your screen as you watch here this morning. The field oriented north to south, and the goal to your right is the north goal. So Cypress United here shooting to the south goal on your left as they're down to 45 on the shot clock with 90 seconds gone in this first quarter and no score here at Leslie Field in Coppell.
Yeah, and these freshmen for Cypress United these kids are stepping up so far. That was a good conversion off the shot, a clean clear. They rolled into their offensive zone, and they're setting up, and they so far have set the pace as far as clean play and really demonstrating their offense.
And the officiating crew here this morning for this Class A semifinal. The referee is Edward Carr, the umpire Ken Sindler, and the field judge Jerry Dreyer. As a shot there low, saved by the goalkeeper for the Bel Air Knights, Ryan Gatto. And Gatto will move the ball back into the offensive zone for Bel Air as they take over. And now a turnover back to Cypress United as we still have no score in this Class A semifinal. A shot into the side of the netting by Cypress United, and Gatto with the save for Bel Air.
Shot by number 4, Mabry.
Gatto, the goaltender, will get the ball forward as Bel Air just gets the ball across the timeline. With 3 seconds to spare, they now have less than 60 on the shot clock as Drew Hafner, the attacker, has the ball taken away from him and his cross knocked out of his hand. A foul on the play, and the whistle will give Cypress United possession.
Yeah, Cypress, these young kids are contributing for Cypress United. I mean, they're doing a great job. I think if they could stay out of their own way and just not overthink the situation, and attack, things are gonna work out for them here today.
And now Cypress United will set up shop as the shot clock down to 50. This will be their third offensive possession of the game here in this Class A semifinal. A shot from the near side, save Ryan Gatto. And the junior goalie makes another critical stop for Bel Air Episcopal.
Yeah, Spear is a Cleveland State commit. Just didn't set his feet, went a little high on that. Had that open seam on the inside, just went high and converted the ball down.
And now scramble in front of the Cy United net. Scooped up, finally taken by Ryan Boyle as the midfielder with the bright pink tape on the cross this afternoon will restart the offense for Cypress United. And Cypress United, Jim, it looks like they're very deliberate here with the offense. It seems they want to have key critical possessions here against Bel Air Episcopal rather than force the transition game and score quickly.
Yeah, and to your point, Brian, I mean, we've seen this on these early possessions from Cypress United. They were very purposeful. They just haven't executed on their shots, and this could be a long day for Bel Air Episcopal if they can't come out on the perimeter and kind of force the edge on the defensive side.
A shot into the side of the netting once again from the far side by Carson Egan. And Gatto with another save. He'll go downfield. And the errant pass out of bounds. Possession right back to Cypress United as we move under 7 minutes remaining in our opening quarter. Still no score here at Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas in this Class A semifinal.
Yeah, Gatto was looking for the swing on the edge and found Chow, who's an extremely fast player. I saw him in warm-up, just very fast, very committed to heading upfield, and just led him a little too far.
And once again, Cypress Woods being very deliberate with possession as the shot clock down to 50, 6:25 remaining in the first quarter, as the Cypress United squad looking for the opening goal in this Class A state semifinal. The ball in X, scooped up by Cywoods, but stepping out of bounds on the play, Cody Mabry, and there another unforced error, Jim, giving Bel Air possession with 6:10 remaining here in the first quarter.
There's Chow, again swinging into action there, just using the speed.
The play comes to the near side, out of bounds, as Andrew Choi forced out of bounds.
Yeah, just not really finding that outlet.
And the third Mom goal of this first quarter, as into the side netting, number 57, Leighton Spear. So if you were getting points for Mom goals just like you do for a leaner in horseshoes, Cy Woods would be leading, but we still have no score until right there on the quick strike, the opening goal for Bel Air Houston in the person of number 99, Drew Hafner.
Yeah, Hafner came down the seam on that, kind of looked the goalie's eyes away and took that far side post. Kind of got him with the head there, and just could not get caught up. And that thing goes to the back of the net.
And that goal brought to you by today's goal sponsor, State Farm agent Natalie Burkhalter of Coppell. Natalie Burkhalter with State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And the face-off brought to you by 214 Lacrosse. Controlled once again by Bel Air Episcopal, quickly on the attack. They go back into X in the person of Jack Schaefer. Another shot and another goal, another quick strike for Bel Air Episcopal, as Schaefer on the wraparound makes it quickly 2-0 Episcopal.
Yeah, Lemke just settled up top of the crease and just dumped it in. Had a great look coming in from the back side, just settled into that seam as you watch it here.
And the replay brought to you by Groovy Hughes, your one-stop shop for paint and power washing.
So he had him set up on that inside post, just kind of took the outside. Again, making that goalie work the front and back side of the net, and having to catch up a little bit.
The face-off briefly owned by Cypress United, but then Bel Air scoops up the ground ball. And coming down the near side, number 25 calling Bennett. Bennett looking back to Schaefer, and within less than 30 seconds of game time, Jack Schaefer has 2 goals in the match and has opened up a 3-0 lead for Bel Air Episcopal.
Yeah, and all three goals have been scored by three different Bel Air Knights, and they're just pushing the ball around. And Cy United just really needs to answer. They need to get over on the sideline, get things settled down, and just stop this run right now. And the easiest way is to put it in the back of the net. And but I mean, you're over there. Coach Taylor Brooks is over there talking to his kids, and he's just got to settle them down. They're all just kind of the young side. They got to kind of figure out that they're in the game.
And we'll take timeout while Cy United has timeout on the field. 3-0 Bel Air Episcopal. Will be back in just a moment here on Game On Sports Network.
I love the idea that when you pull into the service garage, your name comes up on the screen. I will always drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at our Dallas and Fort Worth Sewell Infinity locations.
We've done both new and pre-owned. It's the same experience. It's everything's the same. They make it too easy to even think about going anywhere else.
Discover our wide variety of pre-owned vehicles at Sewell.com today.
And folks, we welcome you back here to SB Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas, as Game On Sports Network brings you live exclusive coverage of the 2023 Texas High School Lacrosse League State Championships. This is one of two Class A semifinals here being contested this morning in Coppell, as the winner of this game will face off against the winner of the other Class A semifinal taking place right now at Buddy Eccles Field. And those two teams will meet tomorrow morning at high noon, or actually it'll be tomorrow at high noon in the Class A State Championship.
Yeah, Brian, so Cy United just trying to get things settled down, stop this run, get a little quick confidence, but they have to start playing defense. They have to close down that middle and quit the rush.
And out of the timeout, Bel Air Episcopal controls. And a nice save there for the Cypress United goalie, Riley Hunter, as number 31 will bring the big net all the way out close to midfield. And Anthony Buonarosa brings the ball across the timeline for Cy United. And now with three quick goals in succession for Bel Air Episcopal. They've scored 3 goals in less than 3 minutes of game time. Cypress Woods needs a goal here to get back into this match with just over 4 minutes remaining in quarter number 1.
Yeah, Cy United, they need a purposeful possession. They need to, he's drawn a double, needs to get off the perimeter, find the open guy, and dish. Bel Air Episcopal has the benefit of pushing Cy United out to the perimeter.
And the brief possession there for Cy United taken over by Bel Air. The shot over top of goal, brought back in across the end line by the Bel Air Knights. And a quick shot there by number 3, Jack Schaefer, already looking for the hat trick just in this first quarter alone.
Yeah, Schaefer just kind of drifted a little bit, let his hips didn't get settled on that shot and drifted high.
And now they'll work out of X on the wraparound with number 1, Jackson Hearn. Up top, shot just wide. A shot from distance by Drew Hafner, scooped up and knocked away by the goalkeeper, Riley Hunter. And that shot over the top of goal, out of bounds. It'll be brought back into play by Bel Air Episcopal. They'll get a fresh 80 on the shot clock, and 3:22 remaining in our first quarter.
Yeah, Hunter's very active, has a lot of energy in the goal. Unfortunately, he's a sophomore, doesn't get a lot of stuff settled in his stick, and on these 50-50 balls, they're really just kind of extended possessions for Episcopal, and that's something that Cy United really needs to kind of shut down.
The ball out of bounds on the far sideline, brought back in by the Episcopal Knights, as they have 60 remaining on this shot clock possession, and the clock hits 3 minutes remaining in our first quarter here in this Class A semifinal. They'll work the ball back up top to Drew Hafner, as Hafner will try to reset the offense, shot clock down to 40. And a counterclockwise rotation. A nice ride here on this possession by Cy United, as they have been able to stifle the 3 quick goals by Bel Air Episcopal. A shot from the turf by Jackson Hearn, and scooped up by Riley Hunter, as Jackson Hearn loses his footing there on the turf, but still manages to get a shot away.
Yeah, and Hunter didn't lose his mind. He settled in the goal, took his time. He just needs it. They need a clean clear and a good possession down here on the offensive zone, and just kind of shut this thing down for him a little bit.
And the possession by Cywoods, that pass intercepted by the long stick midi for Bel Air Episcopal, Connor Shanley. And Shanley will restart the Knights offense here as we move under 2 minutes remaining in our first quarter. An interception there by Cywoods as they'll bring the ball down the far side, looking for the centering pass, and that's intercepted by Rhett Davenport. Now we have a foul on the near side called by the official. And possession will be given back to Cy United on the penalty call.
Yeah, and you know what you're seeing out of Bel Air Episcopal is they are pushing Cy Woods or Cy United to the perimeter and forcing them to you know, make quick passes, quick outlets, or draw off the double. And if they can overcome that, they can set up their offense, have more of a purposeful offensive structure, and maybe start racking the pipes a little bit.
Andrew Choi sitting in the sin bin for Bel Air Episcopal. A 30-second technical penalty against Bel Air gives the brief man advantage. And Cy Woods takes advantage as they do score on the man-up opportunity. That goal coming with 1:17 remaining in the first quarter. And that will make the score Bel Air Episcopal 3, Cy United 1, with the goal, number 4, Cody Mabry.
Yeah, Escarlu, very, very good vision up top. He's a freshman that they expect a lot of great things out of, but Escarlu up top just dumps down to his man coming in through X on goal line extended. Just a quick transition, and the Bel Air Episcopal goalie unable to just catch up on that low shot through his wickets.
Shot by Cy United, scooped up by Mabry. Another shot.
You know, Gatto down there in goal for Bel Air Episcopal. He's in there with sweats on, and it's not a particularly cold day. But what he's trying to do is just kind of get a little bit of drag off his legs and shut down that lower part of the goal. And there was Spear on the streak, just comes down, kind of got him on a look away and went up top. But you know, Spear's a great player looking to play out of Cleveland State on this next level. You know, Gatto just unable to catch up to that thing, kind of got caught looking low.
And that goal coming with just under 36 ticks remaining in the first quarter. Now, Bel Air Episcopal 3, Cypress United 2. The face-off scooped up on the far side by Bel Air Episcopal, and they will have the final 25 seconds of this first quarter to work with. A shot and a quick goal for Bel Air Episcopal. They score in less than 10 seconds. And with the goal, that's number 25, Colin Bennett, his first of the match.
Yeah, Bennett just got goal line extended, turned his hips, went in that top corner. You know, you can see here he kind of got leverage on his man, fought off that late check, and just found that inside post where the Cy United goalie just hadn't settled in yet.
4-2 now, the advantage for Bel Air Episcopal as they reestablish a 2-goal lead. And a tough scrum there for the faceoff. Possession now given to Cypress United with less than 10 seconds to play in the quarter. They'll come across looking for the centering pass, blocked by the long stick midi for the Knights. Now another shot from distance, but too late as the horn sounds, ending our first quarter of play. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the first 12 minutes in the books here this morning at SP Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas, as Game On Sports Network brings you live exclusive coverage of this 2023 Texas High School Lacrosse League Class A state semifinal. And your score as we go to quarter number 2 here at Leslie Field. Bel Air Episcopal Knights 4, Cypress United 2. We'll be back with the second quarter after this brief break here on Game On Sports Network.
I actually look
look forward to car shopping with Sewell because I know that the whole process is going to be seamless, comfortable, and we're going to be taken care of. Buying a car is a big life event. I just felt very relaxed through the whole process. They put us at ease. There wasn't any pressure. It really felt like we were sitting at home trying to buy a car, especially with the cookies. I drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Cadillac.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
And folks, we welcome you back here to SP Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas, alongside Jim Dixon. This is Brian Shackelford, bringing you live exclusive coverage of the 2023 Texas High School Lacrosse League State Championships, as we have Final Four action this weekend in Class B, Class A, and Class 2A. From Coppell, Texas, along with the Class C and Class D championships later this afternoon from Buddy Eccles Field. But here, Jim, in this first Class A semifinal, the momentum really has been mostly with Bel Air Houston. They have scored all of their goals very, very quickly. Cypress United has managed to keep it at only a 2-goal deficit, but the momentum clearly with the Knights here as we start quarter number 2.
Yeah, and you're right, Brian. I mean, Episcopal, Bel Air Episcopal, I mean, the Knights have been on point. They've been attacking. They've been playing great defense. And it's paid benefits so far, and they just had these runs, and if I'm Cy United, I gotta stop a run early, and I'm gonna have to burn timeouts or do something as far as substitution packages. But I gotta stop these runs early because this can get out of hand quickly.
And Cypress United already used one timeout in that first quarter. They have one remaining here in the first half, as now Bel Air Episcopal shooting to the goal to your left as you watch here on your tablet screen, your smartphone, in this second quarter. So they have switched ends here in quarter number 2. And folks, don't forget, while you're watching us here today on Game On Sports Network, to be sure and like us on the social media platform you're watching of your choice, and be sure to subscribe on YouTube for all of our upcoming videos in 2023. A shot from distance there by Bel Air Episcopal, blocked, but they maintain possession. They go back up top, another shot, and a goal from up top from 11 yards out by number 22, Thompson White, and Bel Air Episcopal extends their lead.
Yeah, and Thompson White, I mean, you got to love a kid like that that's going to pick up a goal from distance, simply because on that transition, you can see here, he just didn't have anybody on his hands, had a clean shot, but he benefited from the fact that he's up on top, he's setting picks, he's setting screens, he's doing the dirty work that's keeping that offense running, and you gotta love a kid that's down in the muck that gets that shot to just unload one up top to full advantage.
And Cypress United winning another face-off after allowing the goal, and now United with their first possession, and quickly they lose possession back to Bel Air Episcopal. And Jim, this was something we saw in the first period, where Cypress United would have possession but not be able to maintain, and that would allow Bel Air to go on the quick strike offense.
Yeah, and again, here comes the Knights back up field, trying to push and just really drawing a lot of pressure and just not getting that clean clear across into the offensive zone.
And the Knights starting the offense up top with number 83, Sam Lemke. They'll go down goal line extended. on the far side, and the pass across the mouth of goal, looking for number 25, Colin Bennett, as Bennett was wide open on the play, but Bennett unable to secure the pass.
Yeah, Bennett just didn't get his head spun around coming in late, just wasn't settled for that pass. But if they could have converted that, that would have been a nice one.
And that pass interrupted and picked up by Cypress United. Although the ball knocked out of the cross now, number 68, Aaron Stillwell. Stillwell gets it back, and he'll offload here on the near side to number 41, Zach Dupel. And with 9:22 remaining, Cypress United back on offense.
Yeah, Stillwell was, kind of got caught midway, and just really unaware of do I want to transition back to the defensive side? Kept pursuing the ball. Credit to him on this possession for Cy United, and unfortunately again kind of sloppy with the passes down in the offensive zone, and they're making a long day for themselves if they can't get this ship righted on the offensive attack.
Bel Air Houston now with possession, as the clock moving under 9 minutes before halftime, as they look to extend their 3-goal lead. They lead 5-2 here in the second quarter of this Class A state semifinal. Drew Hafner already with 1 goal in the match, charging down the far side. Getting closed out by the Cywoods defense. He'll offload to Schaefer, goal line extended. And a nifty interception of the pass there by Anthony Buonarosa. Buonarosa putting himself in perfect position there for the Cy United defense.
Yeah, Buonarosa just kind of settled back in. They're seeing that crossing pass across the goal face to that open guy on the near side, and that's a great way to shut it down. But Buonarosa just doing himself a great favor just with that one small step back.
And a shot there wide by the long stick midi, number 66, Hutch Coward. Brought back into play by the Bel Air Knights, as it's a scramble on the near side. Kept in bounds by Jack Schaefer. A nice move there by the attackman for the Knights. But his pass falls short and scooped up by the long stick midi, Hayes Carmouche, for Cypress United. And now Cy United back on the attack, 7.5 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, Bear Walker, nice shot.
A great shot and a goal there by number 57, Leighton Spear. And Jim, he had all kinds of interference coming in on that shot, kept his eye on the ball, collected the pass, and buries one in the net for Cypress United.
Yeah, I mean, he's fighting checks here. This is great play. Just found that nice seam off that edge, off that wing, and just attack the goal, and you gotta like that. But you had a lot of great contribution there from Cy United on that. You had Bear Walker working that transition, and that's a big body. That's a kid you've seen, as a defender. He's come in on the wing on a couple of face-offs here early, but the kid, he's pushing up on transition, and obviously something that they got a lot of great benefit from on that transition through the mid with Bear Walker.
And that replay of that second period goal brought to you by Iron Horse Lacrosse Club, serving the Texas lacrosse community in DFW, Austin, and Houston in grades kindergarten through 12 for over 12 years. Don't forget, folks, tryouts for all teams for Iron Horse Lacrosse Club will be held in August 2023. For more information, be sure to look them up on Google on Iron Horse Lacrosse Club. And a procedure call on the face-off will give possession to Cywoods. They now have possession, Cypress United. They now have possession with 7:20 remaining here in the first half, as they have reduced the deficit back to 2 goals. And Jim, if they can score on this possession, Cypress United is right back in this contest as we approach the midway point of the second quarter.
Yeah, now they haven't stepped up, but they've done a great job about stifling these runs from the Knights here in the second period. And you got to see if a quick conversion could maybe put them back in this thing.
Down to less than 50 on the shot clock, as number 00 will bring that back up top. A shot wide. And number 00, the freshman midfielder for Cy United, one of their key players to watch, Jim.
Yeah, Escaralu's a great kid. We heard great things from about him. Just anybody you talk to, and there's high hopes for him. And a lot of these younger kids are filling in on these injuries that Cy United is facing late as they make this playoff run, and so kind of the chemistry resettle and got that first quarter out of the way, and they're still back. They're clawing back in this thing.
Spear goes up top out of X, a low shot, saved by Ryan Gatto. And Gatto pulls that ball back into the crease with 6:12 remaining before halftime. But Escaralu with the interception. A nice play there by Cy United to go back on offense. Shot, goal! And that play right there, Jim, is all Alec Escaralu. That is exactly what you were talking about and what they were looking for from this freshman phenom as he feeds Zach Dupel for the goal.
Yeah, great vision. Just finds an open spot. Watch him push this thing around and just finds an open spot, gets it settled in on the inside pipe and beats Gatto fast. And they're clawing back in this thing, and they're credit to Cy United. They're not letting this thing get out of hand.
Now 5-4, the advantage for Bel Air Episcopal, as we have another face-off brought to you by 214 Lacrosse. Another control for Cypress United, and now, Jim, something we didn't think we'd see after the first 12 minutes of action. We're just past the midway point of this second quarter, and Cypress United with possession and an opportunity to tie this Class A state semifinal.
Yeah, the whole thing is if you just don't, just stop the bleeding, don't let things don't let these things get out of hand, keep everybody kind of focused on the same thing, no lead's safe. You can claw back in this thing.
And the shot there by Cy United saved by Ryan Gatto. And he'll outlet to the long stick midi on the near side, Rhett Davenport. But another loose ball. Spear keeps it in the offensive zone for Cy United. Now still a scramble and secured by number 17, Connor Shanley for Bel Air Episcopal.
Yeah, both these squads are having they're having a time with this transition. And, I don't know what's going on in the other semifinal, but that's certainly something that whoever advances needs to clean up. They need to break that middle third of the field down where they can kind of control things.
And on the doorstep, shot, faking the shot, number 83, Sam Lemke. And instead he feeds Jackson Hearn on the other side of goal, and an easy goal. Or no, now they're saying Jack Schaefer with that goal. So credit Schaefer with the hat trick. 3 goals on the afternoon. And the lead back to 2 goals for Bel Air Episcopal, 6-4.
Yeah, and they got Hunter kind of spinning in the crease, looking left and right, and that's something that they have been successful doing early, although the Poles have been doing a great job about crashing that perimeter. But that's one they got away with, where they had Hunter kind of spinning in there, couldn't really get settled to address the shot, and it just kind of a little dribbler got him.
And now another procedure call on a face-off will give possession this time to Bel Air Episcopal. They take over with 4:35 remaining before halftime as they look to extend their 2-goal lead in this Class A state semifinal here at Leslie Field. And the playoffs here the Final Four of the state championships for the Texas High School Lacrosse League. A bit of a dance, as right here, another goal for Jack Schaefer. He seems impossible to stop here this afternoon. That's now 4 goals for the Bel Air Houston product, and it's now 7-4 advantage, Bel Air Episcopal.
Yeah, as you see him work up here, he gets leverage coming around through the backside off this dodge, comes up, goal line extended, just really pops it at that angle, and that's a great shot for a young player, but at that angle, the goal face is only about 10 inches wide, and obviously some garage door dings went into that effort, so great play through the backside for Bel Air.
The initial win by Bel Air Episcopal, but the face-off controlled and possession given to Cypress United as the clock down to 4 minutes remaining in our first half. as Cypress United, with their first offensive possession in several minutes of game time, they look to cut into this lead. They had gotten the lead down to 5-4, but 2 unanswered goals here by Bel Air Episcopal have reestablished a 3-goal lead for the Knights, as they have a 7-4 advantage here with 3:40 to play before halftime.
Yeah, and United's done a great job. The extended possession has kind of been their undoing, but I'd like to see what they play like with a lead.
And United back to working deliberately here. They're down to 30 on the shot clock, as the Scarelou here on the near side working with Cody Mabry. They look for a Scarelou in the middle, and that centering pass deflected by Episcopal and scooped up by the Knights goalkeeper Ryan Gatto. But we have a penalty call on the play, giving possession back to United and a fresh 80 on the shot clock. 3 minutes to play in the half.
Yeah, you had a goalie came out and went back into the crease, so you have a crease violation.
So on the crease violation, a fresh 80 on the shot clock for Cypress United. And the ball briefly out of bounds. United will bring it back into play, as they have 69 on the shot clock in this possession. Mabry working in X, marked by Connor Shanley. Now 2 men in X. He's joined by number 66, Ryan Guzmano. They'll go back up top with Spear and a Scarelou, as the shot clock now down to 45 and less than 2.5 to play before halftime in this Class A state semifinal. The Scarelou now on the far side over to Mabry, goal line extended. Still marked there by Connor Shanley. And now a penalty flag comes in as Shanley a little too aggressive with the long stick. A man-up advantage coming up for Cypress United.
Yeah, Shanley on the check, he kind of rolled back and swung, got up in on Mabry's hands and into that top region where they just really kind of they're protecting these kids' peanuts, and they want to make sure that everybody enjoys their time playing lacrosse, but they're productive citizens afterwards, and that you get up in that neck and head region, and they're quick with the whistle.
And in the penalty box will be number 17, Connor Shanley, for the slash to the head. But we have another timeout here on the field taken by Cypress United. We'll step aside as well. We'll be back in a moment following this brief break here on Game On Sports Network. And resuming play here following the timeout, we welcome you back to SP Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas, alongside Jim Dixon, Brian Shackelford here with you on Game On Sports Network, as Game On brings you live exclusive coverage of the 2023 Texas High School Lacrosse League State Championships. And in this Class A state semifinal, Jim, a 7-4 lead here for Bel Air Episcopal, but using their final timeout of the half, Cypress United looking to set a play here, as they'll have a 1-minute man-up advantage coming up, and they are definitely looking to put a goal here on the board, taking this timeout, investing it here with 2:14 to play, looking for the goal that will reduce this 3-goal deficit.
Yeah, and you obviously want to take full advantage of everything you got, and this man up is a good situation. Really, neither team is stepping forward on the transition, but Bel Air seems to be doing a little bit better job on transition. But neither team is really dominant in that area of the game at this point.
Returning to play with 2:14 left. Episcopal. Cypress United ball.
And we're ready to get back to lacrosse action here with 2:14 remaining before halftime. And this will be a 1-minute man-up advantage on the slashing penalty to number 17, Connor Shanley. So a full 60 seconds with the man-up advantage for Cypress United as they put the ball back into play, looking to make this a 7-5 game. Scarlew up top with number 66, Ryan Guzmano, as United will definitely take their time to look for the hole here in the side or in the Bel Air defense, and that not the way to get things done as they try to pass over the top of the long stick midi. He barely tipped the ball, otherwise this would be possession to Bel Air.
Yeah, exactly. And I really don't like the pass selection there. You're working perimeter very well. And then you had that crossing pass and just kind of your undoing.
Saw United maintains possession. They do have a fresh 80 on the shot clock with 90 seconds remaining in the first half. About 28 seconds remaining in the penalty and the man-up advantage, and they cash in as number 4, Cody Mabry, with his second goal of the match. And he'll reduce the deficit to 2. Bel Air Episcopal 7, Cypress United 5.
Yeah, and this is the momentum swing that you're looking for. You go out and win a goal, a face-off now, and you're right back in this thing. But watch how Mabry kind of steps up, clears his man, and just goes top shelf. And they're starting to see holes that they feel like they can take advantage of with the Bel Air Episcopal goalie and defense.
Yeah, just a little bit of a deke there by Spear to get Gatto down on his knees, and then he goes top shelf for the goal. And once again, that replay brought to you by Iron Horse Lacrosse Club. Don't forget, folks, Iron Horse Lacrosse Club will be hosting tryouts for all teams grades kindergarten through 12 starting in August 2023. And now another procedure call against Bel Air on the faceoff. And just what Cypress United needed. With 72 seconds remaining before halftime, they get another offensive possession. But we have a stoppage of time here on the field. Oh, and this is a timeout by Cypress United. My apologies. Evidently, the previous timeout was taken by Bel Air. But we'll step aside just the same with a minute 12 remaining before halftime. Timeout, Cypress United, back in a moment on Game On Sports Network.
Soda, water, coffee, and hot chocolate. Don't forget the pulled pork meal deal. Pulled pork sandwich.
And back here with you live from Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas, as Cypress United spends their final timeout here of the first half. Bel Air with one timeout remaining. And you would think here that the Bel Air coaching staff not happy with what happened in the face-off circle there, as Cypress United now with a golden opportunity here with 72 seconds remaining. 75 on the shot clock, so it's no longer a factor, Jim, and they have a chance to play for a last shot and make this just a one-goal deficit going into halftime.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. You can roll your dice on the face-off and try and score quickly. I mean, me myself, I would try and get as quick a goal as I could and let that last 75 seconds kind of go. But I think they're on a roll here. And if they can attack close that perimeter in and attack, I think they may have something they can work with.
And the shot scooped up on the back of the crease by number 2, Ryan Gatto. And Gatto looking for an outlet here as he tries to take some time off the clock as well. They'll get it across the timeline. And now on the attack is Drew Hafner for Bel Air Episcopal. He'll shoot a low shot. Great save there by the Cy United goalkeeper. as Riley Hunter will try to spark the offense with less than 25 to play.
Yeah, Hunter went down on that, and credit to Hunter on this possession. I mean, they got 20 seconds left in the scoring zone, but Hunter swung the field again, and it gave them an opportunity if they could convert.
And now a loose ground ball with 5 seconds to play. Kicked across midfield by Episcopal, and they'll just let time run out as the horn sounds, bringing us to halftime. And ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the end of the first half of play here at SP Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas, as Game On Sports Network brings you live exclusive coverage of the 2023 Texas High School Lacrosse League State Championships. And folks, your score as we go to the halftime break in this Class A state semifinal. At the break, it is Bel Air Episcopal Knights 7, Cypress United 5. And Jim, as much as the first quarter was all Bel Air Episcopal, this second quarter much more even. I would say even perhaps 51-49 in favor of Cypress United, as they took what was they maintained just a 2-goal deficit, each team scoring 3 goals here in the second frame to keep this just a 2-goal deficit at the halftime break.
Yeah, and United did a great job about forcing the hand of Bel Air to on that transition, in the offensive zone. They played a little bit better on defense and forced their hands, created maybe 2 additional opportunities that they wouldn't have had otherwise. Now that late swing where we were talking about playing for the last shot, and I kind of opted to go quicker. That converted, and then Bel Air goes down and gets stymied off the save and ends up playing back in the defensive zone. That little 70 seconds of the second quarter could have swung this whole thing back into Cy United's favor, and that may be an opportunity that they're looking at right now. But they certainly are doing a lot better with what they have to work with, outside of that first period of the first half.
Indeed, folks, and then we're going to step aside here for the halftime break. We'll be back in just a few minutes with our Firehouse Subs halftime show, but for right now, we'll take a break and step aside. Bel Air Episcopal Knights 7, Cypress United 5 here at halftime of the Class A state semifinal here at SP Leslie Field. We'll be back after this brief break here on Game On Sports Network.
I love the idea that when you pull into the service garage, your name comes up on the screen. I will always drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at our Dallas and Fort Worth Sewell Infinity locations.
I'll sit down, have a cup of cappuccino, a cookie, read a book. When the car is ready, they come get me. It's a great way to start a Saturday.
Discover our wide variety of new and L-certified vehicles at our Dallas and Fort Worth Sewell Lexus locations.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
I actually look forward to car shopping with Sewell because I know that the whole process is going to be seamless, comfortable, and we're going to be taken care of. Buying a car is a big life event. I just felt very relaxed through the whole process. They put us at ease. There wasn't any pressure. It really felt like we were sitting at home trying to buy a car, especially with the cookies. I drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Cadillac.
I put a lot of mileage on my car. So I am practically at Sewell every 3 months. Every single time that I go, it's amazing. Everybody is welcoming, everybody is professional, everybody is kind. It's just like easy, fast, right to the point. You're in, you're out. Cannot imagine being with anybody else but Sewell. Their customer service is absolutely flawless. I drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and L-certified vehicles at our Dallas and Fort Worth Sewell Lexus locations.
Back here in Coppell, Texas. We're handling up on some technical problems here for Brian, but we're going to be here going shortly here in about 30-ish seconds as these two come out with Bel Air Episcopal up by 2 goals over Cy United here in this semifinal of the THSLL Class A playoffs here from Coppell, Texas. As I said, both these teams matched up very well. Now, they have played earlier in the season with Bel Air Episcopal coming up on the upside of that thing. The unfortunate side is United's kind of coming in a little dinged up, losing some of their attackmen here late, and having to kind of marshal some of these younger freshmen and sophomores. But they are stepping up, and we will get here going as we set the clock here for a brand new 12 seconds of the third quarter here from this game, and got the two principals in there at face, and we'll get underway.
And already a procedure call on the face-off, as Bel Air a little bit too far leaned over the face-off, and that will give control to Cy Woods as we begin the third quarter of this Class A state semifinal here from Coppell, Texas. Alongside Jim Dixon, this is Brian Shackelford bringing you the action here from SP Leslie Field, as the winner of this game will advance to the Class A state championship game. That game will be tomorrow at high noon. And controlling on the far side, that's number 00, Alex Esquerlu, the freshman phenom for Cy United. His shot just wide in front of Ryan Gatto over on the near side, and the freshman definitely getting his looks and shots in here this afternoon in this state semifinal, Jim.
Yeah, he is, and he's on the perimeter. He drew off a double, kind of settled in and worked the thing back up, but did a great job about keeping people off his hands where they can continue possession for United.
And United maintains possession. They're halfway through the shot clock, inside the final 45 seconds gone here in the third quarter, as they look to cut into the lead, and they do. What a fantastic shot there on the run by number 66, Ryan Gosmano. And Jim, we had a perfect look on that from behind Gosmano as he buries that low to the left side of Ryan Gatto from 9 yards out.
Yeah, and that's some of that great game-on work right here you're watching. Watch his feet. He gets his hands clear, goes lefty on the far pipe, and you can't do anything better than that. Gosmano just getting these guys back in within a goal, and just that quick, a lead is starting to precipitously evaporate for Bel Air Episcopal.
And that replay brought to you by Groovy Hughes. Groovy Hughes, your one-stop shop for painting and power washing. And following the 2-1-4 lacrosse faceoff, it's controlled on the far side. Still a loose ball, but now picked up by the long stick midi for Bel Air, number 8, Augie Garcia. And his pass off the mark, looking for Connor Shanley. And now on the offensive side, the loose ball picked up by Andrew Choi. And Choi unable to get on the scoreboard for Bel Air in the first half. Off the crossbar right there from point-blank range. But Choi had some effective work in the first quarter, but basically stifled in the second quarter by the Cy United defense.
For sure, and that was an excellent play. That was a shot they want back, because you can't work it any better. You had a one-on-one.
Shot just a little bit high, but snagged nonetheless by Ryan Gatto, as Gatto will outlet on the far side for the Knights. And it looks like what was a more deliberate down-tempo offense for Cy United in the first half, it looks like they've hit the accelerator on the offensive end here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and you kind of see it paying dividends on the transition game, on the early part of defense for them. I mean, they're forcing the hands. They're forcing the Knights' hands. They're making it where the ball's kind of kicking around a little bit, and it's going to pay dividends for them. But outstanding goalie play here early on both sides.
And the shot clock down to 40 now for Bel Air Episcopal as they're working X on the near side with number 1, Jackson Hearn. Hearn being marked by number 5, Anthony Buenarosa. As Hearn trying to get inside the crease, he's taken down on his backside. Loses the ball, ground ball on the far sideline, scooped up by number 33, Will Lewis. The shot clock under 20 for the Knights. Coming out of X, now they'll stay in X. Shot clock down to 12 as we hit 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Inside the final 7 seconds of this shot clock, Hafner up top, looking for a shot. And the horn sounds. A shot clock violation, our first of the game against Bel Air Episcopal.
Yeah, and Lewis showed late in there on the crease and on the doorstep, could not get the ball into him, and that resulted in that possession just because that one missed opportunity or missed pass.
And now coming to the near side, the latest goal scorer for Cypress United, Ryan Gosmano with the ball. As it's under 8.5 to play in the third, under 60 on the shot clock for Cypress United. As we had mentioned earlier in their previous meeting, Cypress United fell to Bel Air Episcopal at home on the campus of Bel Air, Houston by a score of 14-9. But now United here with a chance to tie the state semifinal with just over 8 minutes to play. And that shot just wide, scooped up by Gatto. A nice look there for Gosmano.
And again, a forced transition error off the dirty clear, and Bel Air has to roll right back in to reset the defense.
A nice scoop up there on the near side to keep it from going out of bounds by Leighton Spear. And now going to work, Carson Egan and crew. A Spear will go across, shot and goal. The second goal of the game for number 41, Zach Dupill. And that goal set up by the amazing crossfield pass from Leighton Spear. We have a tie game with 7:38 to play in the third.
Yeah, Brian, those were passes that were kind of falling error in the first half, but these long transition passes or long purposeful passes are opening up these opportunities. And you see there where Gatto he was settled in on the inside, had to go outside, and then they come back to the near side pole and just opened them up.
And Cypress United able to tie this match up for the first time today with 7.5 remaining here in the third quarter. Bel Air yet to trail in this game. They've led the entire way. They had the opening 2 goals after a scoreless stalemate for almost 9.5 minutes of the opening quarter. And since then, Bel Air has had the lead, but now it's a tie game as another unforced error gives the ball back to Cypress United. Working on the far side, number 1, Bear Walker, the long stick, and he'll give the ball to Alex Esquerlu. And Esquerlu sets up the offense, 60 on the shot clock, just under 7 to play in the third.
Yeah, Esquerlu's up top. They're very purposeful this possession. They're looking for this. They're looking for this lead here.
And Cypress United with a chance to take the lead for the first time since it was 0-0, and that shot scooped up by Ryan Gatto. Now a loose ball in the Bel Air offensive end, and there to make the play, Alex Esquerlu. As the midi puts in the work, but now his pass errant looking for Spear. As 2 unforced errors traded by both teams results in Bel Air Episcopal having the ball with 6:13 to play in quarter number 3.
Yeah, Shanley picks up that ground ball and pushes it down to the offensive zone, and they're really already kind of there where Cy United has to reset.
And trying to shove one in backhanded for his 5th goal of the match was Jack Schaefer. He was denied by Riley Hunter. Excellent goal work there, and a great attempt by Schaefer. He got that much closer than I thought he would have.
Yeah, and I like the shooting. I would kind of opt for, okay, I'm coming through the backside. Let's settle it up top and see what we can do rather than taking that shot. It was a low percentage shot with 2 guys draped on your hands.
And now Ryan Gosmano with possession in the offensive end, being marked by Durham Browder. As Cypress United will now slow things down once again in this tie game with 5:25 remaining in the third. The shot clock approaching 45, a shot from distance, a low shot and a goal. What a great effort there by Zach Dupill. He saw that shot was going to go wide and over the top of the net, sticks the net in, and then just rolls it in on the ground for the hat trick for Dupill.
Yeah, we'll watch some game on, outstanding game on work here as we work through this replay. They're coming backside. He kind of gave it on the takeaway. It just got narrow inside the pipes. And Brian, we were talking about this at halftime. I want to see what Cy United plays with a lead, and we're going to get our opportunity here.
And for the first time today, with 5:19 remaining in the third quarter. Cypress United does have the lead, but we have timeout on the field. We'll step aside. Back right after this on Game On Sports Network. And folks, we welcome you back here to SP Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas. Along with Jim Dixon, this is Brian Shackelford bringing you live exclusive coverage of today's Texas High School Lacrosse League Class A state semifinal. The winner of this game advances to the state championship game in Class A tomorrow at high noon here in Coppell. And right now, Jim, Cypress United was down at one point. They were down 5 goals in this match. And they have come back to take an 8-7 lead with 5:19 to play in quarter number 3.
Yeah, I think just stopping those runs, stopping that run in the first quarter was instrumental of even keeping them into this thing where they could claw back. And they haven't lost faith. They got their eye on what's going on. They know how to kind of stifle Bel Air at this point. They just have to be able to execute and do some work with the sustained possession.
And now the face-off in the center circle brought to you by 214 Lacrosse. As the Fogo specialist, number 41, Senator Flood for Episcopal, along with Aiden Farrell, number 22 for Cy United. Duel, and Farrell winning that duel.
Yeah, Farrell did a great job with the step over, getting Flood to the backside where he could work. And that's when those wings need to come in, and the wings were working short on the defensive side.
And taken down from behind, number 20, Ryan Boyle. And I think, Jim, if I'm a Bel Air Episcopal player, the last guy I want to cross-check from behind and knock down on the turf is the guy with bright pink tape on his stick where everyone can see it.
Yeah, it leaves a vapor trail on the way down. It kind of gives you that matrix look as you're heading down to the turf.
And headed to the sin bin is number 8, Augie Garcia, the long stick midi for Bel Air Episcopal. On the cross check, this will be a 1 minute man-up advantage for Cypress United. They were able to convert on one of 2 earlier attempts, as now Cy United looks to take a 2-goal lead. A shot from Mabry blocked away by Gatto and pulled back on the far side. It's still a loose ground ball up in the air, secured by number 34, Carson Egan. Egan comes out of X. Penalty flag again. It looks to be another foul on Bel Air Episcopal. And it is, as the Knights take possession, flag on the play. This is going to be a 2-man advantage now for Cypress United.
Yeah, and they're coming in, they're coming in late and just really not. They're trying to catch up with their sticks rather than their bodies and their feet. And when you're already down one guy, it's really difficult to not play with that level of aggression. But this may be their undoing here at this point, and give Cy United this run that they need.
A 30-second technical penalty to Hutch Coward. This will be a 30-second 2-man advantage for Cypress United. Shot and saved by Gatto. He'll quickly just launch it downfield and finds the cross of number 25, Colin Bennett. A quick shorthanded opportunity for Episcopal. Skip shot, saved, knocked wide by Riley Hunter. And now on the whistle, a turnover back to Cypress United. They still have 20 seconds remaining on this 2-man advantage.
Yeah, Cy United, they did a great job about folding in on that defense and stopping that quick run, but Episcopal gave them the benefit of the ball back, where they could roll back into the offensive zone, and they're back to full strength for Episcopal.
And just as they go back to full strength, a goal for Cy United and Landon Spear. He joins Zach Dupel in the hat trick club for Cy United. And it's now a 2-goal lead for United. They take a 9-7 advantage over Bel Air Episcopal.
Yeah, Spear just with this quick step up opens up that inside of the goal where he can go over top of Gatto. And they're working the top third of that goal against Gatto, and that seems to be an Achilles heel that they found.
And that replay once again brought to you by Groovy Hughes, your one-stop shop for paint and power washing. Now back to the 2-1-4 lacrosse face-off circle as that face-off scooped up by the Fogo specialist Aiden Farrell for Cy United. Once again, Cy United in the all-black this afternoon, or rather this morning, all-black with gold numbers. And Bel Air Episcopal in the white jerseys with blue numbers and blue shorts. But another control here for Cypress United. And the change of tempo, Jim, that Cypress United has brought out here in this third quarter, Bel Air has not been able to adjust, as what was a 7-5 advantage for Bel Air Episcopal is now 9-7 Cypress United. Cypress United with 4 unanswered goals in this third quarter with just under 3 minutes to play.
Yeah, and we talked about it at halftime how they would play with a lead, and they kind of came out from halftime and go, okay, we're going to take the lead and then we're going to play with one. And it's a whole new. This isn't the same club we saw in the first period.
No, not at all. And the shot from the far side by Zach Dupel going over the top of the net. Brought back into play by Cy United as Scarlew up top with Ryan Gazmano. As they look to extend this lead to 3 goals. Gazmano, a shot over top of goal, and that will be brought back into play by Cody Mabry of United. He'll get it quickly over here on the near side to number 57, Leighton Spear. Spear going across to Dupel. Now a Scarlew shot, goal! A Scarlew with a laser from 13 yards out on the far side, and it's now Cypress United 10, Bel Air Episcopal 7. This is now 5 unanswered goals in the third quarter for Cypress United.
Yeah, Scarlew is lethal and just doesn't have anybody on him. Not really crow hopping, but just kind of open up and just had every opportunity with that late defensive pressure coming up from Episcopal. But Episcopal's back playing the slide game on that inside perimeter and giving them the outside, and Scarlew recognized that.
And another replay brought to you by Groovy Hughes, your one-stop shop for painting and power washing. And following the 2-1-4 lacrosse face-off, a procedure penalty against Cy United, giving Bel Air Episcopal the ball. Now they'll move forward with Jack Schaefer running point as we move under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. And Bel Air Episcopal facing their largest deficit of this match. They're down 3 goals, 10-7. With 1:45 to play and 55 on the shot clock. No offense in this third quarter for Bel Air Episcopal. They've been outscored 5-0 in the frame. As Schaefer looks for his 5th goal, goal line extended on the near side. Trying to get away from the mark of number 68, Aaron Stillwell. The shot clock back down to 35, and this is a much more energetic defense here in this third quarter from Cypress United.
Yeah, United's playing. I mean, they're playing with a fever right now, and somebody lit the fuse.
And that shot, laser by Drew Hafner, off the big cross there of number 31, Riley Hunter, straight up in the air. Are they going to call that a goal or no? No, not a goal. That's goal. That's player in the crease, and a save by Riley Hunter, an amazing save as Jackson Hearn was diving into the crease trying to make that shot in midair.
Yeah, he not really forced backside, but he had some pressure on him, just really kind of misjudged. I think he was kind of expecting to get the push, and it just rode it through the goal face.
A shot by Leighton Spear across the front of goal. Out of bounds on the far side, Cody Mabry will bring the ball back across the end line. 37.3 to play in the third. As now Cypress United looks to extend this lead to a 4-goal advantage. The shot clock no longer a factor. 48 on the shot clock, 29 remaining in the frame. As a Scarlew will go back up top, and it looks like United will settle for the final shot of this third quarter. Escarlu working on number 12, Travis Ray. He'll take a shot from distance, just wide of net. And Mabry back first. He'll bring it back into play for Cy United. Less than 15. Gosmano looking to shoot. He'll go left-handed. And that shot wide and over the top of goal. Another opportunity in X for Mabry with just over 8 seconds. Escarlu, a backhanded pass to Gosmano. That was an amazing no-look pass by Escarlu. And now the final 3 seconds of the frame to Bel Air Episcopal. They'll go all the way downfield and over the top of goal as the horn sounds, ending our third period of play. And we've got to go back and take a look at that. It was an amazing no-look pass there by Escarlu right into the cross of number 66, Gosmano, for a one-timer, and that was just inches over the crossbar.
Yeah, and I like the shooting. I like the purpose up top. Some of the shots lefty, I would have opted for another shot to transition to open up, maybe get a stronger hand to take the shots. But you gotta like United up there trying to pop the rock into the pipes and being aggressive on offense.
Well, 3 quarters in the books here, ladies and gentlemen, in this morning's Class A state semifinal at Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas. We'll step aside and bring you the 4th quarter of this state semifinal right after this brief timeout here on Game On Sports Network.
Look forward to car shopping with Sewell because I know that the whole process is going to be seamless, comfortable, and we're going to be taken care of. Buying a car is a big life event. I just felt very relaxed through the whole process. They put us at ease. There wasn't any pressure. It really felt like we were sitting at home trying to buy a car, especially with the cookies. I drive a Sewell.
Discover our wide variety of new and certified pre-owned vehicles at Sewell Cadillac.
You've never been one to fear the unknown. That's because you've seen seasons like this come and go, just like many of your competitors. You know your outcome, stay focused, and take calculated risks, seizing opportunities when others freeze. The truth is, winter business cycles separate the good from the great, and winter is your season. Ours too. That's why for over a century, we've been honored to serve you. Vista Bank, entrepreneurs banking entrepreneurs since 1912.
And ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back here to the 4th quarter of this Texas High School Lacrosse League Class A state semifinal. Alongside Jim Dixon, Brian Shackelford here with you to bring you the final 12 minutes to see who will advance to the Class A state championship game tomorrow afternoon at high noon. A 5-0 third period for Cypress United, as we now have a 10-7 advantage for United moving into the 4th quarter, and Bel Air Episcopal winning the faceoff to start the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and that's something we haven't seen consistently out of either team. Nobody's really stepped forward off the X, and you know, the transition game's kind of falling apart. And whoever really wants to capture that is going to be the one that I think strolls out of here and plays tomorrow.
And a low shot goal right there. And that's a young man that has been working for his 5th goal of the afternoon this entire second half. That's Jack Schaefer, as he now has 5 on the board. And he stops the bleeding, as it's now 10-6 in favor of Cypress United. He breaks the 5-goal streak by United.
Yeah, and Schaefer just takes advantage off this roll and uses the roll dodge, takes his man inside, gets the pressure on the inside, feels that on that roll, and that just opens him up. The goalie should have been set up on the pipe and was kind of to the inside, thinking there was a run coming.
And now 10-8 is the score in favor of Cypress United, as that is the first goal for Bel Air Episcopal in this second half. You have to give credit to the Cy United defense, as they held Episcopal scoreless in the entire third quarter. Now a loose ground ball on the near side, as great defense there by Cy United.
Yeah, and to your comment, I mean, I think United, holding them scoreless really has kind of energized them, but it gave them every opportunity to claw back into this thing and right the ship and get those 10 goals where they got that 2-goal lead.
Drew Hafner working goal line extended on the far side, comes around in X. They go back to Hafner in X. Shot clock down to 40. A balloon shot, the EFUS shot by Hafner, but give the defense there to Cooper Ellis. He blocks the cross of Hafner on the shot to send it high and out of bounds.
Yeah, and he was just really trying to get his hands free and just unable, and that slide came in late, and that's the reason why you give those guys 6-foot poles.
And now Drew Hafner will bring the ball back into play as Bel Air Episcopal down to 25 on the shot clock. And we approach 10-10 remaining here in the fourth quarter of this Class A state semifinal. And from distance on the far side, Hafner buries it in the net for his second goal of the match. That's 2 unanswered goals in this fourth quarter by Bel Air Episcopal. They've cut the lead to 10-9.
Yeah, and Hafner comes in, pressures his man. As soon as he feels the release on that, gets his hands free and unloads. That late slide kept that opportunity and really kind of resulted in a screen that Hunter had to deal with.
And that replay brought to you by Iron Horse Lacrosse Club. Iron Horse serving the Texas lacrosse community in DFW, Austin, and Houston for grades kindergarten through 12 for over 12 years. Tryouts for all teams will be coming up here in August 2023. Google Iron Horse Lacrosse Club for more information.
Yeah, and there was Farrell off that face-off getting a procedure call. He kind of worked his way in and looked at the official and said, "Hey, you wanna? How about a little treat for me?" And they pulled that down, and United rolls on into the offensive zone off that benefit.
Now United down to 57 on the shot clock with 9:40 remaining here in the fourth quarter as they try to reestablish a 2-goal lead. Alex Escarlu up top, being double teamed, trying to shove him to the turf is number 66, Hutch Coward. They'll go back to Spear. Shot blocked. Ryan Gatto thought he had that in the big net, but it deflected off the top of the big net. But luckily for him, Connor Shanley there to secure possession for Bel Air Episcopal.
Yeah, Gatto had to leave his feet for that one, and good opportunity for Episcopal on this one.
Now Episcopal with another chance, a shot from distance by Jackson Hearn. And Riley Hunter equal to the task.
Yeah, Hunter with a great stop.
The ball across the end line brought back in from X by Episcopal, number 25, Colin Bennett. He'll shoot. And his shot interrupted by number 68, Aaron Stillwell. And a foul called here on the near side will give Episcopal possession.
Yeah, and what you're seeing out of the Cy United defense, they're a bigger club. These late slides have haven't really upset them, but where they're losing is they're losing the footwork game on the inside to these faster attackmen and middies from Episcopal, and they're getting leverage off that goal line. They haven't been able to take advantage of it. But they're definitely going to see some opportunity.
And now coming back in from the near side, Schaefer with a shot. That low bouncing shot scooped up by Riley Hunter. As Hunter will take his time, realizing that he has the advantage here with a 10-9 lead. He'll take some time off the clock as United tries to get the ball across the timeline. And the pass, I think that was a poor decision there looking for Aaron Stillwell, as it looked like he had number 19, Brett Grohl, open in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and he did it, and that's another, kind of these off-ball opportunities where United's kind of rushing to that midpoint to open that field up and see if they can push the transition momentum early.
And now Jackson Hearn will chase that ball to the near side.
Yeah, that's a great stop by Hunter. He stepped out, settled his feet, and he couldn't get it in and resulted in dirty clear.
And now down to 73 on the shot clock, looking for the darting Sam Lemke, cutting in loose ball as Hunter tries to pull it into the crease, unsuccessful. A shot to the head, save Hunter, and they do catch the penalty flag. I mean, that was inadvertent as number 33, Will Lewis, was going down to get the ball, but the cross from number 5, Buonarosa, making contact with the helmet of Lewis, and this will be a man-up advantage for Episcopal.
Yeah, and to their credit, United's goalie, Hunter, read that off the stick and just shut down that upside, that top corner, just coming out, taking that step out, reading eyes, making that stop.
And the cross-check to the face by number 5, Anthony Buonarosa, will put him in the penalty box for 1 minute, a 60-second man-up advantage, and a perfect opportunity here for Bel Air Episcopal to tie this game with 7.5 remaining in the fourth. They'll come around, the shot blocked, scooped up by Riley Hunter, and now a shorthanded opportunity for Cywoods. They blow the outlet pass, but there to make the save and keep possession, Brett Grohl. Grohl now will look to rag out some of this penalty as he looks for Mabry over on the far side. And Mabry, dispossessed of the ball, quickly Drew Hafner will bring it back across the timeline as there's still 38 remaining in the penalty for Episcopal. Schaefer looking to shoot, just over the top of goal, hits the crossbar. Looking for the shot. Oh, a bad pass there as Frank Gomez was just looking for someone to get the ball to. And Bel Air brings the ball back in, 15 remaining on the penalty.
Yeah, and you have Hunter playing on the backside of the goal, hustling back to grab that. That could have been detrimental, and United rolls back in the offensive zone.
And Grohl with the pass to Zach Dupil, and Dupil just bulldozed by number 66, Hutch Coward.
Yeah, Coward.
No penalty call.
No, Coward came out. It was clean. Coward came out, drew his hands in, and just decleated him. And nice hit, but I think it was clean. But a lot of thought here in the stands.
Indeed, that's normally a kind of hit that we see in September or in October, not something we're used to seeing on Mother's Day weekend. But a clean hit there in the cross, and this will be possession and a goal for Cypress United as they get the revenge. Ryan Guzmano with his second goal of the match. It's now Cypress United 11, Bel Air Episcopal 9.
Now they got Episcopal's defense opened up a little bit. They kind of lost track of Mabry, and he comes through the backside, just goes Mabry on that inside post and beats the Knights goalie there quick.
And pardon me, that was a goal for number 4, Cody Mabry, not Ryan Gosmano. So a hat trick now for Mabry as Cody Mabry, Leighton Spear, and Zach Dupil all with hat tricks in this match for Cypress United, as United has reestablished the 2-goal lead as we cross the midway point of this fourth quarter. And now with less than 6 minutes to play in regulation, Bel Air Episcopal has to buckle down on this possession and try to score a goal to make it a 1-goal lead.
Right, and we talked about how they would play with a lead, and both clubs are just sitting there throwing haymakers, and you got to like the offensive approach by both squads. I mean, they're gonna win this thing with offense.
And now Leighton Spear will take a moment with 5.5 to play in the fourth quarter, 53 remaining on the shot clock, as they look to get just the right offensive set. They're trying to make this a 3-goal advantage once again. They've led by as much as 4. The largest lead of the match was a 5-goal lead in the second period for Bel Air Episcopal as they led 7-2. And now challenged Ryan Gosmano. Out top by number 24, Preston Bach. 25 on the shot clock, 5 minutes to play in the fourth. The loose ball, and a Scarlew there with a rare mistake, but now they call a foul on Argy Garcia, and not sure if that's the right call. It looked like the ball came out before Garcia had contact on a Scarlew.
On these procedures, they're very quick. This ball's getting passed around, disseminated very quickly by United. United's trying to work the perimeter up top. They're not going to work through the backside. Yeah, and as I say that, they work through the backside, but they're forcing Episcopal to play up top on the perimeter and trying to create those shots in lanes that they can take advantage of if they just miss there.
Mabry comes out of X, looking for Ryan Gosmano, the shot over top of goal, and Mabry brings it back into play. Escarolu on the far side, 50 on the shot clock. He's marked there by Andrew Choi. And Choi putting in defensive work here. He has been held off the scoreboard, the leading scorer for the Bel Air Knights. So good work there by the Cy United defense as they maintain possession, and this clock's quickly becoming the enemy of the Bel Air Knights with just over 4 minutes to play in the fourth.
Yeah, and United is more than happy to play out in the perimeter, work the shot clock down, and take advantage of what they have. They feel like they have some confidence on the face-off X and that they can work with.
Cody Mabry with a shot wide of goal. Spear quickly brings the ball back in. And now the ball will roll across the timeline as the shot clock was about to expire anyway. They keep it in bounds. Escarolu with 2-1. Desperation heave. And a shot clock violation against Cypress United. But altogether, not necessarily a bad thing, Jim, as they take 80 seconds off the clock. And it's still a 2-goal deficit for Bel Air Episcopal with 3:32 to play in the fourth.
Yeah, and what they want to do is they want to work this clock down. I mean, if they get a shot, great. If they don't, great. But they're going to make Episcopal work the entire field, so they're just going to go out in line and force them to work up and see what they can take advantage of in the transition play, winning transition defense.
And a great move there by Leighton Spear as they play some tough defense near the midline. But Episcopal still able to get the ball across the timeline just in the nick of time as Hafner now will start the offensive possession for Bel Air. 3 minutes to play in the fourth quarter.
You know, and I like the United strategy here late to just really pressure.
And we have a goal and a penalty. So give the goal to Drew Hafner. Now this turns out, if it's what I think, Jim, this is a disastrous series of events for United, as the goal is good for Hafner, and now after the goal, this will be a man-up advantage for Bel Air.
Yeah, and they're going to talk about it, and that's one of those things. These are decisions that you're making that maybe you're undoing might be your advantage in the immediate. But that come in, that where they came in late on that cross check, that's gonna kind of upset the apple cart for the United game plan, what they have in place.
And their big defenseman Anthony Buonarosa will now sit in the penalty box. Now with the penalty coming on the goal, will they have the face-off here, or will this just be immediate possession for Bel Air?
It should be a face-off.
It looks like we will have a face-off in the 214 lacrosse face-off circle. Following that latest replay brought to you by Iron Horse Lacrosse Club. Folks, don't forget, tryouts for Iron Horse Lacrosse Club coming in August 2023. For more information, Google Iron Horse Lacrosse Club on your internet device. We return to the 214 lacrosse face-off. As it is a duel for the ball, Cy United wins. They'll go shorthanded. Keeping the ball, Aiden Farrell, the Fogo specialist. And that pass off the mark, looking for Bear Walker. So now, nice work there by Farrell. He'll stay on to dislodge the ball from Rhett Davenport. Still a mad scramble as Episcopal does get the ball across the timeline. But nice work there by Cypress United to rag 17 seconds of that penalty.
Yeah, Shanley came in late. I mean, off a nice block.
What a save right there. That could be the game-winning save by Riley Hunter on the point-blank shot by Jack Schaefer.
Yeah, Hunter just comes out.
We'll see if we can get a replay on that. As Schaefer was just one step outside the crease, fired point-blank at Hunter, and Hunter stood his ground. But now a penalty call, well, it's a foul call rather, will give possession to Bel Air Episcopal. Now both teams are back at full strength. The penalty has expired. 2:09 remaining in regulation. And Bel Air Episcopal will have the ball trailing by 1 as the officials will now meet to discuss the call.
Yeah, and on that play, that was great that Riley Hunter came out he stood his ground. He set the crease. He read the situation. He came out, made a great heads-up stop, and then it all kind of went to Hades in a handbag, and then you roll right back into the defensive zone, and you got to stand your ground at this point with just around 2 minutes left.
And it is a penalty call. This is a man-up advantage for Bel Air Episcopal with an opportunity to tie the game. Once again, Buena Rosa back in the penalty box as Schaefer works up top with Hafner. Back to Schaefer. They'll come to the near side. Colin Bennett. Shot. Deflected back to Jackson Hearn. Near side goal line extended. Minute 45 to play in the game. Bennett up top with Hafner. Hafner looking for the right-handed shot. He's denied. Taken down. Pushed back again. And now quickly, it looks like we'll have timeout as the Bel Air coach on the far sideline furiously calling for a stoppage of time with a minute 34 to play in regulation.
Yeah, and that timeout came late because I know that coach called it as soon as he hit the ground.
And folks, we'll step aside. 94 seconds remain in regulation. Cypress United 11, Bel Air Episcopal 10. Back in a moment on Game On Sports Network. And folks, we welcome you back here to Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas, alongside Jim Dixon. This is Brian Shackelford bringing you the final 94 seconds of regulation play here in this Class A state semifinal. And Jim, what we thought was going to be a runaway by Bel Air Episcopal in the first quarter has now finding the Knights down by one. They have a man-up advantage here with about 35 seconds remaining, 47 on the shot clock, and a minute 34 to play.
Yeah, and you got to like United coming back and really just kind of hanging around and then coming back.
Schaefer taken down. A clean play as he lost his footing. Riley Hunter with the ball in goal for Cy United. He'll just launch it downfield. Possession back to Bel Air Episcopal. Shot clock no longer a factor. 70 seconds to play in regulation. Episcopal desperately in need of a goal. They trail by one. Far sideline, Jackson Hearn, goal line extended. He'll go in X. Spins Hunter around. Looking for Bennett. Shot. And knocked wide by Riley Hunter, but Bel Air maintains possession.
Yeah, that shot wide that's when they want back because they're seeing these lanes open up. And he had that, if he'd have taken that additional pass, they had him in transition. They had Hunter shifting over. This thing goes out of bounds. United will bring it up from the end line. And
it will, because the Bel Air bench furiously arguing the call, but if we look at the replay here, you'll see the pass from Hearn bounces off the chest of Schaefer, and then it goes out of bounds. So that would make it possession to Cypress United, would it not?
Yeah, and they just got it corrected.
And although the Bel Air bench furious, they think that was a clean pass, but it did deflect off the chest protector up front of Jack Schaefer. Oh no, they give possession to Bel Air. 43 seconds to play. Shot clock not a factor. Bel Air needs a goal to go to overtime. They look for Schaefer in the middle, it's no good. And it will be Cypress United with the ball. 32 seconds to play.
All you got to do is take care of the ball.
They're going to give it back to Bel Air. It looked like Hunter was for there first. Our angle must have been bad. This is Episcopal ball.
It looked like to me, they're calling it a shot. It looked like to me it's a pass out of bounds.
All right, so here we go. Jackson Hearn brings it in for Episcopal. 25 to play. They look for Bennett. He shoots, scores! They caught the Cy United defense napping as Colin Bennett comes down the backside. A beautiful pass by Jackson Hearn, and we're tied with 23 ticks remaining in regulation.
Yeah, and that pass across the goal face, there's nobody on this backside. Bennett opens up. There's no slide there. There's no nothing.
No, the entire defense getting sucked over to the far side of the field as Hayes Carmouche begging for the penalty, but he just got caught out of position. And now it's anybody's game with 23 seconds to play. This is a critical face-off coming up for both teams here at the 214 lacrosse face-off dot.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, my thought is United pulls this thing in right now because they've been paying dividends off the X.
And the hustle there by Colin Bennett wins the face-off. One last chance for Episcopal in regulation. 10 seconds. Hearn, Schaefer off the edge of his cross, no good. Rebound, Hunter's just going to run away, toss it downfield. The seconds tick away, and ladies and gentlemen, we are headed to overtime. Folks, the final horn is sounded here, ending regulation play at SP Leslie Field here in Coppell, Texas, as Game On Sports Network brings you live exclusive coverage of the 2023 Texas High School Lacrosse League Championships. And folks, your score here at the end of regulation play in this Class A state semifinal. Cypress United 11, Houston Bel Air Episcopal 11, and Jim, it's now golden goal overtime for a ticket to the state championship game.
Yeah, I mean, and well deserved. I mean, this has been a great game. With United coming back from a very unfortunate first period, but it goes back to that stretch with that three goal lead, where United was really just kind of trying to rag out the clock, eat time up, and it resulted in kind of a shot in their foot, where they had an opportunity to keep this thing in play, and really gave Episcopal a chance to kind of claw back in this thing and close this lead. A couple of unfortunate errors late. That defensive stand, where they overplayed the right hand or the top side of the offensive zone and opened up that backside for Episcopal to come in, and just that one-on-one, and United's been getting a great look from Riley Hunter so far with these one-on-ones, and he just unfortunately got beat on that one, and that did him in. And here we go with 4 minutes left, and whoever sinks it wins, hangs around another day in the Metroplex.
Well, we've played 48 minutes of lacrosse here at SP Leslie Field, and nothing's been decided. 11-all is the score. As we head to overtime, this will be a 4-minute overtime golden goal. The first goal wins it. It will remain an 80-second shot clock, unlike college lacrosse where the overtime shot clock is lowered to 70. And immediately a foul on Bel Air Episcopal as Aiden Farrell wins the faceoff, but he's tripped up on the play. And now, as we go into the overtime with possession, we have timeout by Cypress United. We'll step aside for a quick break. 3:49 to play in our first overtime, tied at 11 in this Class A state semifinal. Back in a minute on Game On Sports Network. And folks, we welcome you back here to SP Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas, as we are in overtime in this Class A state semifinal alongside Jim Dixon. This is Brian Shackelford. And Cypress United has chosen to use their first timeout of the second half here in this overtime session. Not sure if they get an extra timeout going into overtime, Jim, But with this being a golden goal situation, the first goal wins it. The coaching staff for Cy United wants to set up the right play here with 78 on the shot clock.
Yeah, and they felt like they couldn't settle their offense off that procedure call, so they went to the timeout. But they're definitely they definitely have the advantage if they can take care of the ball. The whole problem is that hasn't been the case the entire second, fourth quarter. Take care of the ball has been something that's kind of been their Achilles heel thus far.
Scarlew now up top, working with number 34, Carson Egan. And yes, they had great ball control in the third quarter, not so much in the fourth. Egan, he'll shoot, and a shot saved there by Ryan Gatto. And Gatto now offloads the ball. It will be Episcopal's turn here in this first overtime. Once again, folks, this is golden goal. The first goal wins it. No reciprocity here. And an unforced error out of bounds by Hutch Coward. Something the Bel Air Knights fans hate to see.
Yeah, and again, the transition game kind of falling apart for Episcopal here late, and that results in rolling back on the defensive zone.
And now Cypress United with a chance to punch their ticket to tomorrow's state championship once again. As back up top, it's Ryan Gazmano starting the offense with Alec Askerlu. Gazmano challenged up top by number 24, Preston Bach. Gazmano taken down, penalty flag coming up. And the worst thing that you could imagine here if you're a Bel Air Episcopal fan, it's now a man-up advantage for Cy United.
Yeah, and that the trip was kind of unfortunate. His trail man, the trail man on the defense just kind of let his stick slide down, and it resulted in the trip.
And we'll get the penalty call on the far side as number 66, Hutch Coward, heads to the sin bin for the second time today. And this is a tripping penalty with possession, a full 60-second man-up advantage for Cypress United. Do you think they'll take another timeout here to set up a play, or they'll just go with it in motion here?
No, I think you go with it. You got your package out there. You got what you want. And, I think the thing is you had to Scarlew check in late on that series.
A shot by Leighton Spear. A low to high shot over top of goal. The offensive unit out there now for Cy United. Dupil, Askerlu, Spear, Gazmano, and Mabry. Just who they want. The freshman takes the shot, and Askerlu shot just wide. Gatto equal to the task. He's going to get peppered here in these next 45 seconds. Askerlu again. Low shot, save Gatto. They'll scramble for it in the crease. Loose ball to the far side, scooped up by Andrew Choi. Choi now coming short-handed for Bel Air. He'll cross the timeline. Dispossessed there. And now a penalty, and this will even things up, as this penalty will go against Cypress United.
Yeah, Cy United came in on the double. Just really no need for the hit. The guy was going down anyway, and that gives Episcopal the chance to come in, not only be man up, but set their offense the way they wanted.
And we'll check the penalty, and it is Alec Askerlu in the penalty box for Cypress United.
Yeah, Scarlew knows. He knows that was an over-aggressive penalty, really unnecessary.
And now the man-up advantage for Bel Air Episcopal as the penalty had expired to United. They'll go across to Jackson. Hearn shot off the corner, no good. Stays in play as the ball's scooped up by Mark Morris. They'll go back looking for Hearn in the middle. He'll look for Bennett, and just off the cross of Bennett. Nobody back in X for Bel Air Episcopal. Turnover to Cypress United. And what a lucky bounce there for United as that ball hit right where the far post and the crossbar come together. Everybody here on the Episcopal side thought it was a goal. We see it on the replay. No goal. We play on in overtime.
Yeah, United is fired up. This is the momentum they need. And they're gonna come in here and kind of rag this thing out on the perimeter. Set up what they want, and I mean, I would coax Episcopal out on the perimeter as much as I can. See if I can open something up on the doorstep and see what they can take advantage of.
We're inside the final minute of the first overtime. A 9-second differential between game clock and shot clock. 49 to play, 40 on the shot clock. As Cy United with possession and this golden goal opportunity to advance to the state title game. Ryan Guzmano up top, being poked at by Preston Bach. Down to 25 on the shot clock. Guzmano waiting to make his move. He'll find Spear on the near side. Leighton Spear comes back up top to be marked by Bach. They're down to 17 on the shot clock. 23 to play in the first overtime. Spear looking, he'll shoot, save Ryan Gatto. Gatto saw that all the way into his large net. And now Episcopal, oh, look at this, an unforced error. Mabry looked to get the ball. They scramble for it, 5 seconds to play. Mabry has possession, can he get a shot off? Is he aware of the time? No. And the horn sounds, ending our first overtime, and Jim, we remain tied at 11 here in this state semifinal.
Yeah, and that was an opportunity they had. That Mabry was in pressuring Gatto on the goal, got his stick on it, dirtied up the clear. Then they worked the ground ball. Just a couple little extra steps of speed would have got him an opportunity to beat Gatto. He had to resettle into the crease. Gatto's feeling the pain on that. He knows that he snuck away with one.
And folks, we're going to keep it right here with you as we examine where we are here. We're through the first overtime period at SP Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas, in this Class A state semifinal. The other semifinal has been completed. We'll get you that score here in just a moment. But Jim, here we are tied at 11. And this has been a game of really three big waves so far in this game. We had the big wave by Bel Air Episcopal in the first quarter as they established a 4-2 lead. Kind of an even game in the second quarter as each team scores 3 goals. We go to the halftime break, Bel Air 7, Cy United 5. Then the third quarter, all Cypress United, they outscore Bel Air in that third frame 5-0 to take a 10-7 lead into the fourth quarter. And then the second big wave for Bel Air Episcopal, outscoring United 4-1 in the fourth quarter. And that last second goal with just over 80 seconds remaining in regulation to tie the game at 11. A scoreless first overtime, and now we head to overtime number 2 at 11 all, and this is anybody's match going into this second overtime.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll give it to Coach Brooks. He takes advantage of these bench times outs. He had those guys fired up. He told them, I don't know what he told them, but he told them the result was they came out and they broke that run of Episcopal in the second half, in the start of the second half, and they've been kind of leading Episcopal since, and they had their opportunities in the last minute or so of the overtime, just not able to take advantage. And you got to see if they're going to take advantage of something here.
And now Cy United winning the faceoff. A shot by Spear from distance over top of goal. And they give credit to the long net of Ryan Gatto reaching out the farthest. Nobody back in X for Cy United. And Bel Air Episcopal brings the ball back into play, but you've got to give credit to Aiden Farrell for the great faceoff work there to win the faceoff to open overtime number 2.
Yeah, and the Gatto's hustle, I think that was a hustle goal or a hustle possession. Don't think he got advantage of that.
And a pole goal will send Bel Air Episcopal to the state championship game.
Yeah, Augie Garcia comes down, created space, got his open shot, no slide in from United, and United just unfortunately kind of playing on their heels in the early part of that second overtime.
And Augie Garcia, number 8, the long pole midi for Bel Air Episcopal, he was able to grab that ball at midfield, comes all the way down, puts a move on number 5, Anthony Buonarosa, and puts the ball in the net for the golden goal that will send the Bel Air Episcopal Knights to tomorrow's Class A state championship as the final horn is sounded here at SP Leslie Field in Coppell, Texas. And ladies and gentlemen, your final score in double overtime in this Class A state semifinal. Bel Air Episcopal Knights 12, Cypress United 11. And Jim, this is one of those games that is going to become an instant classic. It's one of those games where you hate to see somebody lose, but that's the way, that's the nature of human sport, that's the nature of contest. And the Bel Air Knights, with the winning goal here in double overtime, they will play in tomorrow's Class A state championship.
Yeah, I mean, Augie Garcia coming down coming down to approach the net with momentum, and I don't know that a short stick beats. Hunter on that play. Hunter's played lights out in the second half, making a lot of quality stops, getting the thing in, doing great on transition, getting his clean clears, and I don't want to hang anything at all on Riley Hunter on that. He gave up that goal, but I still say I don't know that a short stick beats him. I think a pole gives you an advantage, a little bit of additional whip, a different look that Hunter has to deal with, but I think the kid's played lights out, and unfortunately Cypress United has to head back to Houston with this loss, but played great in this game, didn't get down, kept battling back, and gets Episcopal to double overtime.
And folks, that will wrap things up here for us today in this Class A state semifinal from SP Leslie Field. Your final score once again: Bel Air Episcopal Knights 12. Bel Air Episcopal Knights 12, Cypress United 11. And folks, as we close out today, we want to thank everyone who made today's game possible here on Game On Sports. The executive producer of Game On Sports is Fred Garner. Game On Sports Operations Manager is Trevor Von Dam. Today's match was produced and directed by Tim Polster. The sights and sounds of today's broadcast were brought to you by our outstanding camera crew, Chris Reniger, Daniel Rodriguez, and Vonnie. Also a special thanks to our support crew back at the home office, Lisa Carrillo, Mallory Green, and Sarah Beasley. And we'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsors today: C2 Education, Groovy Hughes, Iron Horse Lacrosse Club, 214 Lacrosse, State Farm Agent Natalie Burkhalter of Coppell, Firehouse Subs, and Tudor Doctor. Folks, today's Texas High School Lacrosse League Class A semifinal is a copyrighted production of Game On Sports Network and the Texas High School Lacrosse League. Copyright 2023, all rights reserved. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the pictures and accounts of this broadcast without the express consent of Game On Sports Network and the Texas High School Lacrosse League is strictly prohibited. Well, that wraps it up here for us today from Leslie Field. We thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for spending some of your Saturday with us, and we look forward to seeing you in our next broadcast of the Texas High School Lacrosse League right here on Game On Sports.